The Jefferson County Basketball Showcase is back and better than ever on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, featuring Waltonville, Webber Township, Woodlawn, Wayne City, and Sesser-Valier. The showcase is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. The showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Sesser Auto Body, Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn, Ren Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu, and by Coach House Garages, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And People's National Bank. With the Coach House Garages pregame show, the showcase starts now.
We welcome you into the 59th annual Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament at Wayne City High School. Tonight, the showcase presents to you the Webber Township Trojans versus the Zeigler-Royalton Tornadoes. A very pleasant Thursday evening, wherever you may be, listening in on WMIX 94.1 FM or online at WMIXSports.com. I'm Danny Czerwinski. We'll be bringing you the play-by-play of this one. Joining me in just a bit is the voice of Mount Vernon Rams Athletics on WMIX, Mr. Chris Hugo. This is the Coach House Garages pregame show. If you're in need of a garage, protect your car, prized possessions, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Both teams warming up after a bit of a delay between both games. We had a medical emergency, but Chris handled flawlessly by everyone here as far as trainers and people here at Wayne City High School. Once again, did a fantastic job.
Well, they're always on top of things, and I think it helped that a familiar face to us in terms of athletic training. I was able to rush out there, get the situation handled, and they were able to get an EMT service in here, and a young man walked up and left under his own accord, thankfully, so obviously don't know what the situation thoroughly was, but hate to speculate, but appears, since he did walk out under his own accord, that things are much better than what they could have been.
Scary situation that has been taken care of. Both teams warming up on the floor. We need to take our first break here in the Coach House Garages pregame show. When we come back, talk a little bit about Webber Township versus ZR, the third time they're going to play this year already, being in a couple tournaments and in regular season. You're listening to Webber Township Trojans basketball on the showcase on WMIX.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House Garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the showcase on WMIX.
Welcome to our friends listening in Zeigler and Royalton, Illinois, as well as Blueford, Illinois, and all around the World Wide Web as Southern Illinois. The showcase comes to Wayne City tonight. Game 2 of this Thursday evening of basketball, the Webber Township Trojans and the ZR Tornadoes. Coach House Garage's pregame show. If you're looking for a garage builder, build a quality garage at a fair price with a 5-year written warranty and financing available, then a Coach House Garage is for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Before we get into this game, you look at the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament, 59th annual, one of the best Class 1A tournaments ever since the beginning of time. They've adjusted so much over the years, 16-team brackets. You've had pool play. You've got teams playing against each other. You've got a week-long event here. One of the best ways to kick off the holidays as far as basketball goes every year is to come over here to Wayne City.
Well, it is, and it gives them a lot of credit for expanding this tournament just a few years ago. Now they play on the Saturday before the week starts, so you have Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So it's a week-long affair here at Wayne City. They've always done it right. They're doing it even better now, and they were able to add Crab Orchard ZR amongst a couple of other teams just a few years ago, and that's really added a lot to this tournament, adding some more games, giving everybody a little bit more of a guarantee as far as games in this tournament with the pool play, and you see some quality 1A basketball, and it usually gives you somewhat of a hint of some of these teams that may be going north and or southeast come IHSA postseason time. So it really familiarizes you with some of the teams you may hear some noise from. How about that?
Well, and it's a nice little crowd trickling in here tonight. Still some people trying to get here to the game. Of course, this game is supposed to start at 7 o'clock. We'll probably get underway about 7:15 or a little after here from Wayne City. First score of the night, Clay City beat Crab Orchard 56-46. Clay City goes to 2-2 in the tournament. Crab Orchard drops to 0-3. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service plus discounts like a good neighbor. State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. Both teams in the locker room. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about ZR and Webber Township here the third time as they are meeting. As I said, you're listening to Webber Township Trojans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
Newell Furniture in Woodlawn is everyone's favorite Santa with a wonderland of lazy boy recliners, reclining sofas, sectionals, glide rockers, cool gel bedding by Sealy, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Paula Deen, and more. All holiday sale price with an extra 10 to 15% off store-wide. And you'll find a sleigh full of great gifts and home decor, including 20% off all holiday trims at the general store. Shop Newell's for free delivery, free gift bagging, and savings galore.
People's National Bank understands how much small businesses mean to a community. That's why we've been supporting the local economy of Southern Illinois for over 100 years by providing commercial loans to area businesses. And our loan decisions are made right here in Southern Illinois. Hi, this is Kevin Young, commercial banker for People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. Stop by today to find out what a true community bank is all about.
People's National Bank, proudly supporting local businesses since 1909.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the Collision Pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital with our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. The entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the showcase on WMIX.
As the intro said, WMIXsports.com, a great way to catch scores, schedules of our broadcast coming up, also archives, highlights, and all kinds of things there at WMIXsports.com. Denny Czerwinski and Chris Hugo alongside two teams very familiar with each other, not only in years past, but this year, this is the third time these two teams are going to play each other already before December 25th.
It's actually very hard to believe. They played each other in consolation semis of the Christopher Turkey Tournament, with ZR winning 54-52. Then they meet again not that far long after, the following Friday night at Webber Township. ZR wins that one after pulling away late, 53-46. But now they meet here tonight. Webber hoping to get the win and improve their record here in pool play at the Conrad Allen. But it's always tough to beat a team three times. That's what's going to be toughest for ZR here tonight against Webber Township, looking to get a big win.
Well, it's always tough to beat a good team one time, let alone three, as the master always says. And these two teams going at it, the records for these two teams coming into tonight's game for this tournament, Webber Township 0-2, ZR 2-1. ZR has started off the year very nicely in this season. They're already 7-3. Webber's 3-9, but Chris, a lot better, more competitive Webber Township team this year with Chad Harper at the helm and Brad Beatty as his assistant.
Well, and they come in 3-9. I mean, obviously a much better record than they came into this tournament with last year. A little bit more stability in the coaching ranks. A guy like Chad Harper is going to want to stick around for quite a while, and since the Sam Ruda era came to a close on the basketball side of things at Webber, there's just been somewhat of an inconsistency at the head coaching rank. But now you have a little bit of stability there. He brings along Brad Beatty, of course, who did some freshman coaching in Mount Vernon prior to this. But as we all know, Coach Dodd's grade school to some success earlier, actually prior to this decade. That would have been the last decade. Hard to believe we're in the second decade of this millennium. Anyway, all that aside, you get the impression that things are going to continue to improve. Chad Harper, of course, an assistant to Clarence Gross, if I remember correctly, at Webber Township when they had their success before. So, I mean, he had that stability, he had that familiarity. Hopefully that'll bring about some more success in Bluefield. You've been listening to Coach House Garage's pregame show. If you're in need of a garage, protect your car, prize, possession, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. We'll step out for our final break of the pregame, and we'll come back with the starting lineup and the opening tip. You're listening to Webber Township Trojans basketball on the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. A clear sky tonight, a low 26. And then for tomorrow, sunshine, followed by increasing clouds later in the afternoon. Mild, a high of 52. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, becoming breezy. There'll be a couple of showers late, a low around 40. And then on Saturday, cloudy, breezy, quite mild with just a bit of rain. High temperature of 57. The outlook for Sunday, times of clouds and sunshine and mild with a high temperature of 50. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday sports show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this winter sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
People's National Bank understands how much small businesses mean to a community. That's why we have been supporting the local economy of Southern Illinois for over 100 years by providing commercial loans to area businesses. And our loan decisions are made right here in Southern Illinois. Hi, my name is Joe Gliosi, commercial banker for People's National Bank in beautiful Mount Vernon, Illinois. Stop by 413 South 34th Street to find out what a true community bank is all about. People's National Bank, proudly supporting local businesses since 1909.
Drive home the savings. Get the auto insurance protection you need at a price you can afford. When you get a car insurance quote, your State Farm agent Scott Owens will help you get all the discounts you deserve and give you 3 different package options to choose from. Or you can customize your coverage so it's the perfect fit. With all this, it's clear why more drivers trust State Farm more than any other auto insurer. Get to a better state. See Scott Owens on 1810 Broadway in Mount Vernon or call 242-3770.
Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXsports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
People's National Bank sponsors the starting lineup. Stop by People's National Bank and let them remind you what bank your local family-owned bank is all about. Visit a branch near you or log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. People's National Bank, member FDIC. I'll turn it over to Chris Hugo for the starting lineup. First, for visitors on the scoreboard, the ZR Tornadoes. They'll be in their away Navy tonight with silver trim. They will start number 12, Nick McPhail, number 14, Boris Moskov, number 23, Brandon Stubblefield, number 24, Jeffrey Pedigo, and number 52, Brandon Jones for Matt Morgan's ZR Tornadoes, who are 7-3 on the year. For Chad Harper's Webber Trojans, they'll be the home team tonight dressed in white, blue trim, blue numerics. They will start number 10, Greg Odell, number 14, Colton Dye, number 21, the 6'5", senior Ty Henderson, number 32, Dakota Dickey, and number 34, Levi Ike for Chad Harper's Trojans. Starting lineup sponsored by People's National Bank. Have instant access to your account anytime, anywhere with online banking from People's National Bank. Log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Nice crowd has filtered in. Wayne City plays the last game tonight. Expect a decent, pretty good crowd from them as they filter in for that 8:30 contest. But Webber Township bringing their usual crowd as well, joining up with Wayne City. So on the home side, got to give a big thanks to Byron Caudle, Tony Richardson, and Russ Gerlach here tonight in Wayne City High School. Always a pleasure. We always like coming over here to Wayne City for any kind of event. Well, they treat us very, very well. There's no doubt about that. One of the better hospitality rooms, of course, anywhere you'll go, and that's just because hospitality is synonymous with Wayne City. Your officials for tonight's game, Corey Miller, John Downey, and Dana Pearson. It's not baseball season. Why is John Downey here? I don't get it. Usually we see John Downey at Brennan Klein Field. See Dana Pearson along the way. Corey Miller we see a lot. We got Cobden, West. We had Ted Knapp, Jared Knapp, and David Davis from Mount Vernon in Game 1 got to speak to them. Nice talk to them before the game. VR will be in their road navies, trimmed in white. Webber and Ree in their home whites, trimmed in blue with a touch of gold. Tip controlled by the Webber Township Trojans. That is Dakota Dickey with a basketball. Gives it to Greg Odell. Odell, the point guard again, worked earlier this week as the official score at a Webber Township Lady Trojans game. Gives it left side to Henderson. Down the lane, kicks it off to Dickey. Goes left wing to Henderson. Henderson now goes to Ty. Ty goes left wing to Ike. Ike goes inside. Bounce pass up to Henderson. Missed the layup. Rebounds ZR, and the Tornadoes will spin our way. We sit on the stage. Pettigo on the middle. Right side pass to Moskoff. Back to Pettigo. Pettigo goes left. Leaves it off on the dribble drive to McPhail. Down the lane. Up left. No good. Rebound Henderson. Henderson, Ty, as we mentioned, we'll mention him throughout the game. Ty Henderson is verbally committed to Rend Lake College for baseball next year as he plays here. That's Ty with the top of the key inside, out to Henderson on the left wing. Henderson, a couple dribbles, top of the key, gets it to Dickey. Dickey holds above his head, just underway in this ball game, no score. Ty Henderson with it, throws it left wing to Ite. Ite on the dribble, now throws it right wing to Odell. Odell with it, top of the key, now goes left wing. Ite gets it in the corner to Dye. Spins on his man, goes left block, right stand shot, no good, rebound ZR. Pettigo has it for the Tornadoes. He'll throw it up to the right wing to Moskoff. Down the lane he comes. Glass good, and ZR takes the lead 2-0. They will pressure. Webber's going to have to break the press. Counts on, they get it in. Odell to Henderson. Henderson goes around a ball screen up the middle of the floor. Got a trailer, picks up the dribble, goes left wing to Odell. Holds on the left wing. Now skip pass right side to Ike. He'll come back to the middle of the floor. Back to Odell on the left wing. Gets this man-to-man by the Tornado. Odell goes left baseline. Gets it to Dickey. Dickey holds above his head. Dickey goes top of the key to Ike. Now left wing to Odell. Drives left baseline. Goes to the rim. Shot blocked from behind, but a foul. Brandon Jones picks up his first, team's first, and Mr. Odell will go to the line to shoot two.
Good job there by Odell to get to the hoop. Not much been falling thus far in early going. Webber is now 0 of 3 from the floor, but you give Odell a chance at the line, maybe he can tie it up. 2 free throws for Odell. He'll get the first. And then it's up and in. It's 2-1. You're not a number of credit score Community First Bank of the Heartland. You're a person or business with needs, and through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. Odell will get another and misses the second. Rebounds ZR, new executive producer of the show, next to our left. On the left wing with it is Stubblefield. He'll launch the left-handed three. Front of the iron, no good. Rebound to Dickey. Dickey will bring it up. Got a lot of playing time last year with this crew off the bench. Odell in the backcourt, man-to-man by ZR. He has to spin his man, now gets around him. In the front court, gets the left wing to Henderson. Henderson will go and dribble in one spot. Now back out to Ike. Ike will go top of the key, right wing pass to Odell, to a cutting Colton Dye in the middle of the lane. He'll go down the lane, had it stolen away. Now stolen back by Dickey, and it's out of bounds to ZR. Webber Township hustling around the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. That's how we got here tonight. Hard to believe that was just the first turnover of the game. Choppy action would suggest there's probably a few more turnovers, just some missed shots and a lot of rebounds thus far.
5:30 to go in the first quarter. ZR leads Webber 2-1 with it on the right wing for the Tornadoes. Moskoff goes top of the key pass. Pettigo back out top of the key to Jones. Jones leaves it right at left side for McPhail. McPhail goes right wing to Moskoff as Webber's playing a man-to-man. Not a lot of movement from ZR. It almost looks like a zone. They get it inside. Bounce pass right block, left block, and it's stolen away as Ice and Odell run underneath there along with Dickey battling for the ball. Out of bounds right in front of us. We sit on the stage as we always do. And there we go. Top of the key, inbounds pass from under the basket to Stubblefield. Gets it left side, Pettigo. Pettigo goes around his fall screen. Now gets it to Stubblefield. Stubblefield with the top of the key, Jones. Now goes right wing to Moskoff. Moskoff inside right block. Spin move. Stubblefield is good. Brandon Stubblefield gets on the board. It's now 4-1 ZR. Webber has to inbound it. They're struggling with the pressure. Dickey to Odell. Back to Dickey, then to Odell across the line up the left side. Dribbles back to the top of the key. Goes right wing to Ice. Ice with it back to Odell at the left elbow. Holds above his head. Couple dribbles. He'll back out and reset the offense. He'll go right wing to Ice. Ice with it now. Gets underneath Colton Dye, who is stolen away by Stubblefield. He comes down the lane one-on-one. Gets to the rim and scores. 6-1, ZR up on Webber, and they press again as Webber has struggled. 4:12 to go in the first. I gets it across from Odell, now gets it to Ike. Between the circles, front court gets to Odell on the right side. Holds, Chad Harper says thumbs down. Odell throws it to Ike, top of the key, around the ball screen, gets it to Henderson off his legs. It's going to be over and back. Nope, they didn't call it. They said it was tipped. Across the timeline, Henderson picks it up, goes right wing to Ike. Ike goes around, down to the left, now back top of the key, and then we got a timeout. Chad Harper is not happy with that set offense.
Not happy had to burn a timeout there. Almost lost the basketball due to an over and back. Probably got a little bit of a phantom tip there, but got the benefit of the doubt and were able to get the ball back to the front court. Problem was, weren't able to get anything going. Stuck off that left wing. Deep left wing was Ty Henderson. Just couldn't find anything underneath, couldn't find anything around the perimeter, and Chad Harper's forcing the timeout to try to draw something up, maybe to get them their first field goal of the night, trailing by 5.
Crossroads Community Hospital sponsors the player of the game. When this one's over, why wait hours in other emergency rooms? Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by physicians within 30 minutes of your arrival. 3:44 left to go in the first quarter. ZR 6, Webber Township 1, as we play here in the second game of the Thursday night session here at Wayne City, and this is one of those where Webber's in this. Their offense, though, really struggling right now with the man-to-man from ZR.
Well, and you also run into the fact that these two teams are seeing each other now for the third time. ZR's picked up on some of the Webber tendencies. Webber, yet some of those guys yet to pick up on some of these ZR tendencies, such as Stubblefield able to go to his left, and that's been a nice difference in this ballgame thus far for the Tornadoes.
And Webber Township will have the basketball. They will inbound in front of the benches and the scores table here at Wayne City to our left. Colton Dye will trigger, stiff man-to-man from the Tornadoes. ZR, remember the Black Diamond West. We'll see them at the Sesser-Valier Holiday Tournament. They get into Colton or to Odell. He goes to his knees to Henderson deep for backcourt. Henderson back to Odell in the front court. Odell's running away to Dye in the left corner. Colton drives to the rim. Jump stop from the lane. No good from the block. Left side, and Dye is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Half foul on number 12, Nick McPhail, his first team second. Colton Dye will try to go to the line and try to get something going here for Webber Township. First free throw in front of the iron, short. He'll get another. 3:32 left to go in the first quarter. ZR 6, Webber Township 1 from Wayne City. Second free throw, it's off the mark as well. Rebound goes to Jones. Jones gets it to Pettigo, and he'll bring it up the floor for ZR. Across the timeline, ZR comes to the left. Now goes back to the right, middle of the lane. Throws it out right, left side to McPhail. Off the dribble, running shot in the lane, 15-footer, no good. Odell fights for it with Stubblefield, and it goes out of bounds, and it belonged to Webber Township. Inbounds just in front of us. Inbounds just in front of us. Not a good time to be on your smartphone in the stands, not paying much attention. That ball's going to come right at you. Depends on what smartphone you have tonight. You don't have a reason to be on it. Henderson across the timeline to Odell. Into the front court, goes right side to Ike. Ike holds above his head, now gets to Odell, top of the key. He looks, screens, now picks and looks. Right side, 3 ball on the way from Ike is no good. Rebound to Stubblefield. Stubblefield to Pettigo, 2:50 to go in the first quarter. Here comes Pettigo. Throws it out. Now free throw line extended. Stubblefield, left-hand jumper, rattles in and out. Rebound Jones, goes up strong, block Henderson. Rebound goes to Dickey. Dickey will come up the right side of the floor in the back court, gets it across to Henderson. Dangerous past the timeline. Has to wait for a caravan, so he takes off to the left elbow. Spin, shot, lost it. Stolen away by Jones. Jones loses it. He'll recover, though. Give it to Pettigo. ZR will come our way with 2:22 to go. Tornadoes lead by 5. Here comes around the screen to the left. It's Pettigo. Throws it left side to Moskoff. Moskoff, couple dribbles. Free throw line pass. Net stolen away as McPhail was robbed underneath. As he was trying to cut through the lane, dribble through traffic, just couldn't get through there with all that dribbling going on.
Oh, Coda, that was very thick traffic. Was able to get the ball back here off of the foul, and they're going to reset right at the basket, see if they can get something going out of what looked to be initially a box set.
Henderson got the foul. They get it in bounds from Ziegler. Shot in the lane, no good. But Jones will go to the line as Jones wormed his way in. Pretty nice little play. Another foul on Ty Henderson. That should be 2 by my count.
Yeah, he is back-to-back on the first 2 fouls of the game for Webber Township. But now you send Jones to the line to shoot 2 and possibly extend this into a 7-point lead.
He makes the first. We're at the bottom of the hour. We need to pause for station identification here on the showcase.
This is 50,000 watts of the award-winning Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, a Withers Broadcasting Superstation.
Jones made both free throws for ZR. It's 8-1. Tornadoes over Webber Township with 2 minutes to go. Henderson up the floor, goes to the right side, now goes down the lane, loses the basketball. Had a back tap on him, and it's recovered by Schimpf. Schimpf gets it to Pettigo. He goes left corner to Weddle. Weddle back up to Schimpf. Schimpf back to Weddle. He's going to launch a three. Up, it's front of the iron, no good. Rebound, Jones up and in. Early on, Brandon Jones is using that muscle of his to root out some players, and Tornadoes are up 9.
Well, he's grabbed a couple of offensive rebounds already tonight, and now puts himself, extends this lead to 9, as you said, with a minute 38 to go in the first quarter. ZR's just playing very well.
With it, tip, pass out of bounds. ZR tips it out. 1:34 to go in the first quarter. Webber trails 10-1. Zane Austin in the game for Henderson, his 2 fouls. Webber will side out of bounds on the home side of the gym. I know how you feel. You're having issues with technology. I'm having issues with simple machines. Well, mine was a simple machine up until about 4 o'clock today. On the right wing is Ice. Then it became an unsimple machine. With Ice on the right wing to Dickey for Webber Township against this man-to-man. Skip pass across to Odell. They get it to Dye at the left elbow. Now they get it to Austin, back to Odell. Odell on the dribble, down the lane, kicks it to Austin. Shot from 3 up, long. Rebound, Colton Dye puts it on the floor, had it stolen away. Ball to the floor, Dye has it, jump ball, and it'll go to ZR. As Webber got the first one. Remember, we are on social media, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. You can get all kinds of information. We put content on there all the time, scores, things of that nature. We also help out. If you got something going on in your community, we can help you sports-wise. We'll put it on there as well. Coming across the timeline is McPhail. He'll take over the point guard duties as Pettigo is out of the game. He'll go left wing to Weddle. Weddle back out to McPhail. Now goes right wing to Schimpf. Schimpf back out top of the key. McPhail down the lane, kicks it left corner to Weddle. Weddle with it inside, gets it to Weir. Or Weiss, I should say. Couldn't read my own writing, I apologize. With it in the right corner. Can't handle simple machines either as Weiss misses the shot. Rebound to Webber Township. Up the front court goes Odell. Down the lane, leaves it for Dye. Free throw line, stolen away by Schimpf. Schimpf has it for the Tornadoes with 30 seconds to go. He'll bring it and leave it across the timeline for McPhail to the right wing. Inside they go to Jones. Spin, turn, right, block shot, good. Boy,
looked like it was going to be the Stubblefield show early on, but Jones, ever since he's been able to get down low and get past the bench, been pretty solid.
12-1. Webber down by 11 with a basketball. Left corner with it is Dickey. With 10, gets it too high. Now he'll throw it now to nobody. That's stolen away at the free throw line by Weiss. He comes the other way. Goes to the right block, extended, lets it off inside. Bodies go to the floor. Ball goes tipped out of bounds in front of us with 1/10 of a second left.
I can see that clock stop on that very often.
That's a tough clock operator. All ZR will be able to do is throw it in. There will not be time for a shot. So once they get this done, they don't even have to foul. Just stand there. Can't happen. Done. Can't be a shot into the first quarter. ZR 12, Webber Township 1. We'll take a break, come back with the second quarter. You're listening to Webber Township Trojans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke earned his medical degree at the University of Illinois in Chicago and has degrees in anatomy and physiology from UC Berkeley, and he brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the showcase on WMIX.
Locations in Ina, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon. Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Webber Township inbound the basketball side out of bounds quickly and threw it away. It's ZR basketball. Tornadoes lead 12-1 as we just start second quarter. Danny Czerwinski and Chris Hugo alongside. Wayne City and Patoka to follow. Right wing passes travel out front as Weddle shuffled his feet free, threw the ball.
Unofficially, the first turnover on ZR tonight.
Pretty good first quarter for ZR. They're up 12-1. They're going to press as Colton Dye will trigger the basketball in from in front of the scorer's table. He gets it in the backcourt to Henderson. Henderson will bring it across the timeline. They put him in charge, and there's a bump, as you can see Moskoff guarding. Henderson to the right on the dribble, and they got him again. Moskoff got away with two, but wasn't going to get away with the third.
That'll be the third team foul, and officially on ZRC, first on Boris Moskoff.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven here tonight by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. That's how we get here at each and every game here on the showcase. Side out of bounds again. Colton Dye opposite side this time on the right side in front of the home fans. He throws it backcourt to Austin. He'll bring it across the timeline. ZR in this man-to-man defense. He'll throw it left wing to Odell, left corner to Henderson. At the block, top of the key, Odell holds above his head to Colton Dye. Shot at the block, blocks, and it's out of bounds. Oh, it's a tip, yeah. Official didn't see it underneath from his angle, but it's a tip, yep. Good call by the official. We could see it. Side official could see it. Good talking and good communication from the stripes.
Well, it gives Webber another chance here to inbound and get something set up. No field goals yet, obviously, since they're trailing by 11, 12-1, but need to make something happen here in the second quarter early.
Ty Henderson has in the right corner to Colton Dye. Back out on the right wing to Austin. Man-to-man from ZR. It's been suffocating tonight. Odell with it, and there's a foul. It's about time I brag on it. They get a foul. Shimp gets his first, fourth on the team. Crossroads Community Hospital sponsors the player of the game when this one's over. Wide wait hours and other emergency rooms. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Webber throws it from baseline to top of the key. Austin from Odell now between the circles on the dribble. 7:15 to go in the first half. Webber down 12-1. Henderson top of the key. He'll leave it off for Austin. And then the dribble handoff. Now he'll pass to the left side to Dickey. Back to Henderson. His shot on the way. Off the mark, no good. Rebound goes to Weddle. Weddle quickly up the right side for ZR between the leg dribble. He's wearing the long Dwayne Wade tights on the legs tonight. He'll throw it in the right corner to Weiss. Weiss back inside. Ball tipped and stolen away from Moskoff. Here comes Odell quickly up the right side. Crosses back over the middle of the floor. Back to his right. Down the lane. Has a tip stolen. Ball to the floor. Recovered by Webber. Now Austin has it. Top the key to Dye. Dye gives it back to Austin. To the left side he comes. Picks up his dribble. Now gets it to Odell. Back to Austin. Top of the key. 6.5 to go in the first half. Webber down 12-1. Odell with it on the left wing. Tip pass stolen away by Webber. Good hands by the Tornadoes. Moskoff now loses it as it was stolen away by Dickey. Dickey went to the floor and got piled upon by a couple Tornadoes. See who this is on. That foul's on 14. Moskoff, his second, team's fifth. One score from the night. Clay City did beat Crab Orchard in Game 1, 56-46. That scoreboard update sponsored by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. So how do you really know your bargain insurance isn't going to cost you big if you have an insurance? Talk to someone who knows. Scott Owens, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Call 242-3770 to get to a better state. Webber has it. They get it into Dickey in the lane off the inbound. Shot good. First field goal for Webber, and the lid's off the basket finally.
That's a good look by Dickey. Took one dribble, realized he's in trouble off the double team. Get toward his body, went to the right, was able to lean in, get the jumper.
Top of the key pass to Weddle. Now he'll go left wing for ZR to Shimp. Back to Weddle. Weddle holds above his head to Shimp. Shimp with it on the dribble. Now top of the key, holds right side. To Weddle on the wing. They get it top of the key again to Pettigo. Pettigo has to pick it up, and he traveled the basketball. Yeah, good defense by Webber, and they're starting to get a little bit more into this as this game goes on.
Well, they are, and they forced 4 turnovers here in the second quarter. ZR did not turn the ball over at all in the first.
We are tweeting updates on our Twitter account, at WMIX Sports. You can follow us there, or go find that on our website, WMIXSports.com. We tweet things all the time on there. That's on Twitter, at WMIXSports.com. Levi Ite with a basketball on the right side for Webber to Colton Dye. Goes right baseline, right block, jump past Henderson. Left corner, up no good, and we got a foul. What do we have? We have white foul. It's on Webber. That foul's on Dickey, his first, team's third. Off the basketball, so that's why we were looking the other way. 5.5 to go in the first half. CR up 12-3, and they have the basketball over Webber Township. With it on the left wing is Weiss. Back out top of the key to Stubblefield. Stubblefield now throws it left wing to Pettigo. His three on the way, rattles out. Tie for a rebound, and we got a foul. Oh, jump ball? No, a foul.
But going to be on Henderson, maybe? It's his third.
That's Henderson. That's 3. That's the 4th on Webber. Out of bounds to ZR in front of us, and Chad Harper was saying how come he can get a foul. He was battling just like everybody else. Referee did a good job as Coach Harper backed off, and they're talking, and he's listening.
Well, they let him plead. He let him plead his case, so explain what happened and allow for the substitution. Can't get much better than that.
Yeah, they'll talk and discuss over there. Nothing serious. Lynn is in the game now for Henderson, and there's a drive to the basket by Stubblefield. Got it on the left wing, drove to the basket for his 6th point. It's 14-3 ZR. Odell will come across the timeline up the right side, leaves in the right corner for Ike. Ike goes inside on the give and go with Odell and scores. Odell with 3, and it's now 14-5. As good as ZR's been, they're still only up 9. There's 5 minutes left to go in the first half. On the right wing is Johnson. He'll go corner 3 ball, short off the mark. Gets his own rebound in the right corner. Throws it right block up and in by Stubblefield. He's got a quick 4. 16-5 ZR by 11 with 4:44 to go in the first half. Up the other way come the Trojans. Odell with it. He'll go left side, throw left corner to Lynn. Lynn holds above his head, back to Dye, left wing. Dye will dribble, goes left side, gets to Lynn in the corner. Back out top of the key to Ike. Ike between the circles. Dribbles right, keeps going to the right. Now off the foot of somebody. It looked like it was off the foot of ZR, and that's what it is. Substitutions galore. Tyler Welch will come in the game. He got a lot of minutes last year at Wayne City. We remember him playing here.
He and Austin both got a lot of minutes last year off the bench for Webber.
Side out of bounds for Colton Dye again in front of the home side fans. With the basketball, Dye looks, 5-second call, turnover. Webber didn't move offensively, cost him a turnover.
Oh, they're a little lax, especially off of the left side that time. A lot of action going on in the right corner, but it covered up, and Dye had nowhere to go, had to hang on to it, held on to it for too long.
Here comes in play. I should say Timmy Brooks will check in. Come start a banking relationship at Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Locations in Ida, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon. Across the timeline comes Pettigo to the middle of the floor. He'll leave it left side on the dribble handoff. Down the lane goes McPhail. He traveled the basketball.
5 turnovers in the quarter now for the Tornadoes, Danny, with 4:13 to play in the first half. And it's worth noting, ZR did not have their first points of the second quarter till the 5:11 mark.
Webber is not out of this. They just got to get something going offensively. They're only down 11. There's a blocking foul, 80 feet from the basket by Timmy Brooks on Colton Dye.
Well,
that's 6.
If you reset the clock and wipe away that first quarter, we're tied at 4, right?
Exactly. That's why I say Webber's in this. Wayne City fogging in here. Their fans are. As you can see, the cheerleaders are in. A lot of the high school kids are here. A lot of the Wayne City fans starting to filter in the lobby. Dye will throw it in to Dickey. Dickey near center court in the backcourt, back over to Dye as he crosses the timeline. Down to the right side, inside to Odell. Goes left side, Welch. Left-hand shot, good. Tyler Welch with some offense off the bench, and that makes it 16-7. That was my smartphone. Top of the key with it. All kinds of things happening with that. McPhail goes underneath, gets it to Jones. Shot glass, no good. Rebound ZR. That's going to be breaking the law of verticality on Timmy Brooks. ZR, his second. That's 7. They'll walk the other end and shoot the 1-and-1. Yep.
Because there was no possession.
1-and-1. Yeah, they got to walk all the way down there. While they walk all the way down there, if you can put a logo on it, All Stars and Stitches can probably print it for your school, company, organization. They even do apparel. See Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches, just west of Benton High School. Call 435-5555.
They do our banners. They look good.
They are. They do look good.
You were impressed with the signs I had made up too.
Signs were looking sharp for baseball and softball and other things. Walking to the other end for Webber Township is Dakota Dickey. He'll be there for the 1-and-1. Webber trails 16-7, 3:44 to go. Stay tuned for the Rend Lake College halftime show of scoring and stats. Maybe that's the scores from around the area. Dickey misses the free throw. Webber ZR on the rebound. Pettigo up the right side. Comes back to the middle of the floor. Leaves it out top of the key for Brooks. Brooks, and they play catch around the perimeter to McPhail. McPhail left side, drives left block, loses the basketball, gets on the floor, and it's stolen away by Webber, but Brooks recovered, and it's going to be a foul on Webber, I believe.
Yeah, take your pick. Got contact front, contact back.
Welch, first, 5th.
Yep.
Here comes substitutions. Back in the game for ZR's Moskoff. Out goes Shimp. Trigger in front of us for ZR. They throw in the left corner to Pettigo, above his head, top of the key to Moskoff. Down the lane he comes, and that's a travel. Yep. Got the guy in the air, then shuffled his feet to come back toward the left side of the lane, left in the lane, and that by the point was travel. Full court pressure by ZR. Webber has struggled tonight with the pace of the defense. They get into Colton Dye. He baseball passes it up to Ike. Ike covers it up and then throws it off of Brooks. Ike was going to run out of bounds. There's no he's going to catch it. He grabbed it, threw it behind him, and it hit Brooks in the feet.
I don't know if that could have worked out any better. He ran out of real estate, tried to save it to his teammate, didn't realize he was behind him, ends up going out of bounds. They have another chance.
Webber will trigger underneath their own basket, thrown in the back court, or I should say deep front court to Ide on the right wing to Colton Dye. It goes baseline. Comes around a screen. Shot from 15 up, no good. It's forced. Rebound Dickey, stolen away by McPhail. And that'll go out of bounds. McPhail lost it, and he'll stay with Webber Township. Side out of bounds coming. Colton Dye to trigger the inbound. We'll have a scoreboard update here shortly. Girls score from Jefferson County. Colton Dye throws it all the way to the backcourt. Welch recovers. Put a string on that pass, and Welch will come up the left side. He's going to go left side again, down to the corner, leaves it for Dye. Colton will skip and pass inside to Odell near the free throw line, back out to Ice. Ice holds above his head to Odell. Odell goes left wing to Colton Dye, 15-footer off the mark, tip. Welch got the rebound to Odell, and Odell lost it out of bounds. Scoreboard update, girls. At the end of one, it is Oakville leading Woodlawn 19-10 as the high school girls score. Auto Insurance is complex, but Scott Owen makes it simple and friendly with advice when you need it, helping you choose the right level of protection and the discounts you need. Call 242-3770 to get to a better state. Webber needs to get to a better state. Down 9, make that 12. As I was reading that, Pettigo walked down, knocked down a nice three, his first points of the game. And it's 19-7 ZR. Chad Harper had to call timeout. Webber, again, couldn't get the ball in, Chris. It's been a struggle, no matter if it's side, baseline, or wherever.
Well, it has been a struggle, and not having seen the first two matches between these teams, you wonder if it's just a wrinkle thrown out defensively that maybe they did not see this full-court pressure the first two times. And whatever it may be, it's giving them 15 tonight. Webber down 12, of course, here in the first half, and that three ball up top could be something that definitely comes back to haunt them a little bit later on in the game.
Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940 WMIX, as well as at WMIXsports.com from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. A very guest lineup, as always. Of course, we'll have our WMIX Sports social media question of the week as well. Got a pretty good idea what it is
I think
already.
It's something Christmas or holiday-like, maybe.
Yeah. Or what? Never mind. I'm agitated with technology, and I have to be careful. 2:28 to go in the first half. 19-7 the ZR. Webber has the basketball full length to go. Odell will throw it in to Colton Dye, and he's stolen away by Stubblefield. Stubblefield gets it to Pettigo between the circles. 2:22 to go in the first half. Wayne City Patoka to follow right here as soon as this one's over. The Indians battling the Warriors. Whether that stops the key is McPhail. Throws it right wing to Moskoff. Shot from 15, no good. Rebound Jones for ZR. He goes back up strong with it. Round two guys doesn't score, but a foul. And there's Mr. Jones again. He's not saying Mr. Jones to me. He said, Mr. Jones, give me three. Dickey with his second. 6 on Webber. 2 shots for Jones. You're not a number. Credit Score Community First Bank of the Heartland. You're a person or business with needs, and through the good and the bad. Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. Jones makes the first. He'll get one more.
He is 3 of 3 from the line. Has all the free throws tonight for ZR.
He has been working toward the rim, moving around. Second free throw, good. Boy, he's had a heck of a game so far. 8 points. 21-7, 2-touchdown lead for ZR. Webber has it. Austin the other way, quickly to the rim. Shot blocked. Rebound, guess who? Jones. Jones triple team. Oh, my goodness. Caught Austin by accident with a bow in the nose, and Austin's down. ZR the other way. Fouls Colton Dye. Moskoff will go line and shoot 2. Colton Dye will get his first. That's the 7th. And boy, oh boy, did Austin take a shot. Not intentional, but boy, his nose, something's bleeding.
Yeah.
This will be a delay as they're going to have to clean up the floor, because there's blood dripping on the floor of the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler.
Well, most
how we got to the game.
That clearly wasn't an intentional foul on Webber with the intent of going up, and how hard that the player came down after the hard foul. Very lucky and very fortunate that time after what had just transpired in the backcourt.
Here they'll clean the floor up. Maybe they already have. Maybe they haven't. Maybe they have.
Well,
maybe they are.
If they watch that Bloodborne Passages video, they haven't.
Kerry Hammond's over here in the corner. Nope. We're going to play. 2 free throws coming for Moskoff. He has 2 points tonight. 1:53 to go in the first half. First free throw's off the mark. Remember to stay tuned for the Ridley College halftime show. Chris and I will have scoring and stats for this one. Try to get some more scores from around the area. Tony Richardson in this week probably walks about 200 miles more.
Oh, easily.
He's all over the floor. He's going to go down and check on the injured Webber Township player Zane Austin, who's on the bench. He'll check. He'll come back. Second free throw on the way is good. It rattles around the iron and drops, and the iron is tied. 22-7. ZR up by 15. Lynn with it in the backcourt. Goes to Colton Dye. He'll come up the middle of the floor. Pick up his dribble to Lynn at the left elbow. To a cutting Dickey down the lane. Right block. Layup. Good and a foul. Dakota Dickey with the basket. He'll go to the line. That foul is on Webber, should say on ZR. It's number 32, Andrew Weiss. His first, team's 9. And going to the line will be Dakota Dickey. He's got 4 points tonight. And make that 4 as he missed the free throw. Rebound to Stubblefield. Tried to set it up dramatically, and it didn't work. Here come the Tornadoes the other way with Weddle between the circles. He'll hold. Now he's dribbling. Looking, and Webber changes defense. They go zone now. Looks like a 2-3. Top of the key, Weddle. They go left elbow to Moskoff. Back to Weddle. Goes right wing. Now they come back to him. Here's the 3-ball top of the key by Weddle. Is short. Hits the floor. Rebound by Welch. That's a reach-in foul. Number 32, Andrew Weiss, his second. Team 5, 7, 8, 9, I guess. Should be 9 anyway, if it's not. Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else. Locally owned, decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County with locations in Ina, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon. To the line, across the way is Tyler Welch. He misses that free throw. Ball hits to the floor left side. Welch in a tornado fight for it, and it's off of Bailey Schimpf of ZR. Webber ball. Colton Dial will inbound again on the side, as he has done every time for Webber here in the first half. Dye will trigger on that left side next to the ZR bench. He'll hold at his waist. Gets it into Odell. He'll dribble to the top of the key free throw line. Now gets his right side to Welch, right corner Lynn. Lynn back to Welch now behind the three-point line to Henderson. Henderson left side to Odell. Inside pass to go Dickey, and that's a push. That'll be on Weddle, his first, and that should be 10.
Should and will.
If I've kept track of the score, we can't see the foul scoreboard. It's back here to our left on the stage shot side. Coach Gerlach over here, he is an important person. He hasn't put his phone down all night.
No, he has not.
No, well, you're that important. Oh, Gerlach? We're going Gerlach this year? Gerlach? What do we want to go with? All right, I'm going to remember that. You told me. That's important either way. Second free throw is no good. He missed them both, 22-9. He might be wanting to get on the radio for this one. It's over on the left wing with Weiss. His shot no good. Body's down in front of, and they get up, and what do we got? Another reach in on ZR. And we'll go the other way. That foul, I didn't see it. I couldn't catch it fast enough. He might be tweeting us about how to pronounce things. That's very possible. Dye will go to the other end and shoot 2. 47 seconds to go in the first half. It's 22-9. ZR on top of Webber Township.
I've only heard it 15 different ways.
Yeah, Coach Gerlach is dressed very dapper tonight. Let's put it that way.
White collar, man.
White collar tonight. First free throw was good. It's 22-10. Colton Dye will have another. Now, if he can get the coat on tonight, it's going to be. We'll see if we put the coat on.
Question is coat on. Question is, when does the coat come off?
That's true, because we have several we like to have bets on as far as when that coat's going to come off. Dye with the top of the key. On the left wing with it for ZR is Schimpf. Dye made both free throws. Now ZR has the top of the key is Weddle. Weddle goes inside to Moskoff. Back on the left wing to Schimpf. Back out top of the key to Weddle. Weddle throws it in the right corner to Weiss. Weiss, now they go free throw line extended to Moskoff. Down the lane he comes. Shot short. Rebound Odell for Webber Township. 17 seconds left. Odell up the right side of the floor. Cuts back to the middle of the floor. Down the lane, shot blocked, and off of ZR, and they'll stay with Webber with 10.4 seconds to go.
All right.
Colton Dye will trigger the inbounds once again. Box set for Webber. They'll screen. They'll pop out on an up screen, and that ball's stolen away. ZR's going to have a shot at the last second. Weddle with it on the right wing, gets it to Schimpf. Township will launch a three. It's off the mark. Rebound Odell. And Odell won't be able to get a shot off and then throws an elbow. Or at least our kid fell down from a little nudge. I heard a whistle, but I guess it was nothing to do about much of nothing. First half is in the book. No elbow thrown by Odell. They bumped into each other, I'm being told. At the end of the first half, it's Zeigler-Royalton 22, Webber Township 11. You're listening to Webber Township Trojans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. A clear sky tonight, a low 26. And then for tomorrow, sunshine, followed by increasing clouds later in the afternoon. Mild, a high of 52. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, becoming breezy. There'll be a couple of showers late, a low around 40. And then on Saturday, cloudy, breezy, quite mild with just a bit of rain. High temperature of 57. The outlook for Sunday, times of clouds and sunshine and mild with a high temperature of 50. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
We can't believe you missed last week's Saturday Sports Show, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. To those who tuned in on WMIX or WMIXsports.com, we enjoyed your company. But if you missed the area scores, in-depth interviews with the region's coaches, or missed out on the WMIX Sports question on Twitter and Facebook, the path to forgiveness is easy. Listen to previous Saturday Sports Show episodes on demand at WMIXsports.com. It's that simple. Or next Saturday morning, you could tune in after the 8 o'clock news. Either way, we forgive you.
This is Susan Sahaki with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. People's National Bank has the best of both worlds. We are a locally, family-owned bank that can offer you the big bank products and services. Products like free checking, online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We have the products and services to meet the needs of your personal and family life in today's world. Stop by any People's National Bank branch and ask about any one of our great products.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC.
How do you celebrate the new year? Dinner and movie? A party with friends? Well, how about celebrating with great deals on your favorite Ford vehicles? Hi, Roy Schmidt Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. As 2012 comes to a close, we want to kickstart 2013 with customer cash on Fiestas, Fusions, Focus, and Mustangs. Save big at the pump and your wallet with $1,500 customer cash on 2013 Focus Sedan and 2013 Ford Fusion. Or power up that pony with $1,750 in discounts and customer cash on a beautiful 2013 Mustang. If you're looking for a great holiday gift, you can even find a 2013 Fiesta Sedan for under $15,000. What an amazing way to celebrate 2013. You bring the hats and party favors, I'll bring the great deals. Come see our sales associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon, or see our inventory online at fordsquare.com.
Rend Lake College's Adult Volunteer Literacy Program is looking for volunteers to help stop adult illiteracy. Give the gift of reading and be a hero forever. RLC will provide you with training and materials to help adults develop the basic reading ability needed to excel. You can work one-on-one, tutor a small group, or work with students in an adult education classroom. Experience the joy of helping others and change a life. Call RLC's Volunteer Partnership toll-free at 800-369-5321, extension 1342, 800-369-5321, extension 1342.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Rend Lake College Halftime Show starts now.
Rend Lake College can save you thousands of dollars on your education. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu to see which of the more than 100-degree certificate programs is right for you. Halftime here at Wayne City, Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament at CR22. Webber Township 11. We'll step out for a break, come back with scoring and stats this first half. You're listening to Webber Township Trojans basketball in the Showcase on WMIX.
Newell Furniture in Woodlawn is everyone's favorite Santa. With a wonderland of furnishings, all holiday sale price with an extra 10 to 15% off store-wide. And you'll find a sleigh full of great gifts and home decor at the general store with buy one, get one half price on all your favorites. Jewelry, scarves, candle jars, salsas, and more. Plus 20% off all holiday trims, tart warmers, willow tree angels, signs. And all tarts are only $1. Shop Newell's for free delivery, free gift bagging, and savings galore.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital with our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. The entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/ WMIX.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Red Lake College. You can get a quality education, save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu to see which program is right for you. Webber Township trails ZR at the half, 22-11. Denny Czerwinski, Chris Hugo alongside, and I'll turn it over to the voice of Mount Vernon Athletics here on WMIX for the scoring and stats of this first half. Taking a look first at your team shooting stats for the Webber Trojans. They were 4 of 14 in the first half from the inside. That was after 4 of 10 in the second quarter. Much better in the second quarter. 28.5% for the first half. 0 of 3 from three-point land makes them 4 of 17 for 22.5%. Free throw shooting for Webber Township, the Trojans were just 3 of 11 for 27.2%, while ZR was 7 of 17 from the inside for 41%, 1 of 7 from the outside for 14.2%, and 8 of 24 from the floor for 33.3%. Free throw shooting much better for the Tornadoes, 5 of 6 for 83.3%. Rebounding edge belongs to Zeigler-Royalton. The Tornadoes have 15, 10 of those off the defensive glass, while Webber has 11. Pretty balanced, 5 offensive, 6 defensive, while the turnover disadvantage does belong with Webber, 12-6. Taking a look at your individual scores, Webber is led by Dakota Dickey with 4, 2 apiece from Levi Height, Colton Dye, and Tyler Welch. 1 from Greg Odell gives them 11, while ZR has a game-high 8 from each Brandon Jones and Brandon Stubblefield, so the Brandons have 16 tonight, while they also have 3 apiece from Jeffrey Pedigo and Boris Moskov to give us our halftime score. The ZR Tornadoes 22, the Webber Trojans 11. Been listening to the Rend Lake College halftime show. Rend Lake College offers over 100 degree certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands. We'll take a break and come back with the second half. You're listening to Webber Township Trojans basketball in the Showcase on WMIX.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, equal
Talk to your
housing
neighbors,
lender.
then talk to State Farm agent Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service plus discounts. State Farm wants to get you all available discounts. That's why we apply the savings automatically during your quote. Want confirmation that you're getting all the discounts that you're eligible for? There's a State Farm agent right here in Jefferson County who's always happy to help. See Scott Owens in Mount Vernon or call 242-3770.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports or crank us up on WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, and all of Southern Illinois, a Withers Broadcasting superstation.
Halftime here at Wayne City as we get ready to head to the third quarter in the holiday tournament of Conrad Allen, the 59th annual. It's Zeigler-Royalton 22, Webber Township 11. Denny Czerwinski, Chris Hugo alongside, and Chris, it's one of those deals where Webber has not had a very good half offensively, but with what they've been able to not put up and not get shots down, they're still only down 11 with a lot of time left in this game. Well, and you take a look at that second quarter, much better for Webber, going 4 of 10 from the inside for 40%, as I told you with the halftime stats. But the thing really to take away from that second quarter was it was a 10-10 tie. It was 12-1 at the end of one. Now it's 22-11, so you're basically tied at 10 after one quarter. If you wipe that first quarter away, it's an entirely different ball game, but can't rest on those laurels. We got to come out in the second half, try to figure out a way to work around the full court press if that's what ZR decides to stick with. And, you know, I'm an ain't broke, don't fix it type of guy. So I think that's what ZR will do. Webber's going to have to work around that, find better ball movement in the back court, allow that maybe to lead to some better things in the front court, because really they've struggled tonight in the back court trying to get that basketball across, and maybe try to find some better shots and see if they can find some offense here in quarters 3 and 4. Both teams. Well, ZR is back on the floor. I found the answer. Something similar. Webber Township still in their huddle around Chad Harper. Remember, following this one, Game 3 tonight from Wayne City, it'll be the Wayne City Indians against the Patoka Warriors. As Wayne City playing in their own tournament, a nice crowd filtering in here for that 8:30 contest. Webber Township still in the huddle. First horn for Chad Harper getting his last moments in. make sense to you what you're reading?
That post kind of does, but doesn't. Probably reading the entire thread to give me a little bit more clarity.
All right.
I'll do that later.
Yeah. Okay, with the basketball, ZR has it. Pettigo bringing it across the timeline. He'll dribble to the right side. McPhail now in the right corner, baseline Stubblefield. Lost it out of bounds, and it'll go to ZR as it got tipped out by a Webber Trojan. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. ZR has a quick inbounds for a three-pointer by Pettigo. It's no good. Rebound to Odell. He'll bring it up towards us as they switch into the floor to start the second half. Odell with it, goes, couple dribbles, now goes to the right side, to the right box, loses it, stolen away. Jones rolls out of bounds, so he fell down and rolled on the baseline. Out of bounds, and it'll belong to Webber Township as they inbound underneath their own basket. Inbounds coming. They get it to Henderson in the right corner. He had foul trouble in the first half, had to sit out. Colton Dye with it, now top key stolen away by McPhail. He'll go the other way, length of the floor, layup up and missed the layup. Tipped around, Odell's fighting with it. With Stubblefield, it goes to the floor. We got to travel. Pettico went down to get it, but he slid with possession. Of course, that is a travel with 7:22 to go here in the third quarter.
Although even up the turnovers at 1 here in half number 2.
Full court pressure coming by ZR. Colton Dye throws it in, and timeout Chad Harper. Boy, he didn't want to burn that timeout, Chris, but he almost had to in that case.
Well, it's becoming a case where you're not able to inbound the basketball, and you could not afford a turnover there in the opposite end. And what's going on right now is just issues with ball movement for Webber Township, whether it be off an inbound, whether it be trying to get it across the timeline, or whether it be trying to work it down low or around the perimeter. Webber's just having issues with the pass, and they're going to have to circumvent that if they want any chance of getting back into this one and/or winning this ballgame.
Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else, locally owned with decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County with locations in Ida, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon. It's 22-11. ZR on top of Webber Township with 7:22 to go in the third quarter. Webber will trigger, length of the floor to go. All right, we'll hold it above his head into Henderson. Henderson, deep back court, on the dribble, guarded by Pettigo. Henderson up the right side at the Indian logo in the front court. Dribbles back to the middle of the floor, and we got a foul. Nope, legal screen. It is a foul, but it's Dakota Dickey with his third, team's first of the half. That one snuck in there on you.
That's it. That'll be his third.
22-11.
Can't have him in foul trouble.
No. ZR throws underneath, and boy, they found a wide-open Stubblefield. Went down the floor, left wing, one pass, Stubblefield scored from the left block. Colton Dye will have it in the back court, gets it to Dickey. Come across the timeline, gets it back to Dye. Dye's going to come right baseline, full head of steam, kicks it in the left corner, and stolen away by McPhail. He'll dribble up the right side, back to the middle of the floor, throws it left wing to Pettigo. 3 ball on the way. It's short off front of the iron. Rebound to the free throw line. Recovered by Stubblefield. Down the lane. Shot blocked to Odell. That's his first, team's second. And right now Webber's a little frustrated because the offensive end isn't working.
Well, it's not working a whole lot, as you just said. I mean, the fact you take away from it, no field goals in the first quarter, just 4 in the second, and trailing by 13 now with a chance for it to become much, much more at the free throw line. These are all issues you can't afford to have this early in the third quarter when the games are traditionally won or lost.
Stubblefield makes the first. He'll get one more. It's 25-11 ZR. It's a 3-0 run to start the half. That one missed. Rebound Henderson for Webber Township. Henderson will bring it up into the front court. He'll dribble around. Now comes back to the middle of the floor. Goes right side. Launches a 3-4. Hits the backboard. Jones and Henderson 5-4. Henderson has it near the timeline. Double team. Now gets it to Odell. Odell lob inside to Dickey, back out to Ite. Tip pass stolen away by ZR. Moskoff has it, and it's out of bounds as Ite wouldn't give up on the play, and it'll go back to ZR.
4 turnovers in a minute 43 for Webber Township, and just ball movement struggling with that. Tried to kick it out to the right wing, but just not careful.
Inside, ZR quickly the other way. Shot blocked for Stubblefield by Henderson, and Stubblefield. Nope, they called it on Henderson. Henderson got the rebound, tried to get room, and Henderson has picked up his 4th foul. That's huge in this one. 6:10 to go in the third quarter. ZR up 25-11. We can tell you Crossroads Community Hospital sponsor player of the game when this one is over. Wide Hours, another emergency room. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. ZR will trigger underneath their own basket. That's Pettigo. Actually, Pettigo received it from McPhail. Go inside, dump down. Pettigo Jones got hit. No foul called. Rebound McPhail for ZR. He throws up a shot. He'll go to the line, and Right now, you can see the Dobbers down a little bit for Webber. They're not scoring. Their defense is being effective.
Well, it's easy to get frustrated if you're Webber right now, especially with Ty Henderson have to take a seat with 4 fouls. But you can't get down there and just start swatting at everything and doing it without any care whatsoever. That's going to send them to the free throw line where they've been successful. That's just going to continue to keep you down. It's going to paramount.
And McPhail makes the first. He'll get another. 6:04 left in the third quarter. 26-11. ZR on top. They are at the line again. One more is good. McPhail, nice form there, has 2 points. 27-11, and ZR will pressure. Here comes Welch up the left side. Cut off. Fan got in the way. Fan was walking in and was walking around on the floor, and he kind of got bumped. So Webber will have to trigger the inbound. He didn't have a clue there was a game going on. Just walked on in and sat down. Odell with it between the circles. Throws it left corner to Height. Height back to Colton Dye, top of the key. So I got to pay attention when you walk in. Height with it back to Dye over in the right wing to Odell. He's going to dribble to the right elbow, gets down the lane, left side shot, no good, and a foul on Jones. And Odell will go to line as ZR picks up their first team foul of the half, and Jones picks up his second. Got to pay attention when you come here. Scoreboard update. Wrestling. Carmike beat Fairfield tonight 53-27. At the half of girls basketball is Oakville over Woodlawn 34-17. And the first team here tonight, Clay City beat Crab Orchard 56-46. Talk to your neighbors and talk to State Farm agent Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more than any drivers and Geico and Progressive combined. Great service discounts like a good neighbor. State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. Free throw was 1 out of 2. For Odell, it's 27-12 with 5:36 to go in the third quarter. ZR with a basketball. They throw it inside, another play. Boy, they've done a good job posting up Stubblefield on that left block. He has 13, and it's 29-12 ZR. Across, here comes Dickey on the right wing. Dickey holds above his head. Ball tip stolen away, and that's stolen by ZR's Moskow. He gets it to McPhail, who come up the right side. McPhail cuts back across. Down the lane, bounce pass between his legs, and Jones is good. Boy, what a play. Jones has 10, another tornado in double digits at 31-12. Welch on the inbound. He gets it to Odell across the timeline. Gets it to Dickey in the lane. He's cut off. Shot short. Rebound goes to ZR. Here comes Pettigo up the right side. Pettigo with it. Now he'll throw it back top of the key to Stubblefield. Stubblefield inside to Jones. Reverse spin off the block. Good.
The thing about ZR right now is they have 2 different guys they can go to inside to score. That's keeping Webber kind of off guard a little bit here. Now it's a 21-point ball game with 4:36 to play in the third. And when you have 2 different scoring threats like that, you can work down low. It's going to be a nightmare for the offense. And right now, Webber Township in some trouble as they find themselves, as Chris said, down 33-12. Need T-shirts, hoodies, Letterman's jackets, or any type of apparel for your school, organization, or business? See Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches just west of Benton High School, or call 435-5555. Here it's 4:36 to left go in the third quarter. Webber Township trails 33-12. For a while there, Webber was battling and fighting, I think, in the last 3 minutes. It's one of those deals where Webber, the offense hasn't been there, the defense taking a hit, and now they've really got to circle the wagons here and get something going. Well, you kind of had a slight moral victory there in the second quarter if you look at scores by quarter and had that 10-10 tie, but now I don't want to say the wheels are just kind of coming off right here, but ZR has been able to manufacture a halftime game plan. They've been able to work that plan here in the second half with 2 scores down low with both Stubblefield and Jones being effective tools. And not only that, they're forcing Webber into bad shots. And that was something they could not afford in addition to the disruption that they have encountered here with the full court press.
Full court pressure now by ZR again as Odell gets it to Dickey. Dickey's being told bring it up the floor on the left side. He'll dribble around, now go top of the key, now back to the lane. Dickey jump shot from 10, foul. Dickey will get to the line on the foul. He's got 4 points. That foul on Jones, and that's 3 on him, so one of their better players and shooters in some foul trouble here. 4:27 to go in the third quarter as Dickey goes to the free throw line for Webber Township. Remember that. It is Wayne City Patoka in game number 3, which will be our second game of the night. Dickey makes the first. He's got 5. It's 33-13. Webber down 20. Second free throw up is good. Dickey gets them both. He has 6. It is 33-14. Webber down by 19. ZR has the basketball. Pettigo on the right wing, back to the middle of the floor against his zone by Webber. Pettigo goes left wing, holds. Now skip past right wing over to Weddle. Weddle goes baseline, trying to get it to Jones, stolen away by Henderson for Webber. Henderson gets it to Odell. He'll bring it up into the front court. Odell goes right side, Colton Dye. He gets to the block, gets down the lane, shot good. Will they call it? Will they give it to him? Yes. That foul is on number 20, Jeremy Weddle, his second, team's third, and Colton Dye getting something going by going to the rim.
Well, I'm glad that dropped. My point was getting ready to be, you can work yourself down low all you want. You're going to have to start getting some field goals. The singular free throws just aren't going to cut it, but give him credit that time, got the bucket.
Dye misses the free throw, but flying through the air is Ty Henderson for his first points of the game. It's a 4-point trip, 38-18. Webber down 15 now with 3:50 to go in the third. Back to the middle of the floor goes Pettigo. To the left wing, gets in the left corner to Schimpf. Schimpf will dribble back to Pettigo, holds above his head. To the top of the key, right side against his zone is Weddle. Weddle to Jones, they throw it inside. That goes to Moskoff. Shot rolls off the iron over Henderson, and Odell has the rebound for Webber Township. Odell will bring it into the front court. Man-to-man again for ZR. Odell goes to the left to Welch. Welch on the dribble. He'll look and hold. Now top of the key to Dickey. Dickey gets to a cutting Henderson, right block. Now to Odell on the right wing. Moves in, running shot from 10, front of the iron. No good. Henderson got away with a shove, and Schimpf got it on the rebound. Gets it over to Weddle. He'll bring it up the right side. Back over to the left to Pettigo. Pettigo holds above the head. Back to Weddle. Weddle with it. Made a combination of two names there. With it is Schimpf. Schimpf holds, and I get it inside. Going to the rim is, Moskoff. Shot blocked by Henderson. And a rumble on the floor in the corner. Odell had it. Was tied up. And I believe it's going to say ZR basketball, and it is. Matt Morgan, though, the head coach of ZR, wants a timeout. 2:50 to go in the third quarter. ZR leads Webber Township 33-15. Remember, on the social media, you can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We put all kinds of content up there, such as schedules, scores, information, and pictures, and everything else, the things we do, and teams, and highlights, and events. You can also follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports for all the latest tweets in the world. And, of course, we're on the World Wide Web with our new website, WMIXsports.com. Here with 2:50 to go in the third, 33-18 ZR, Chris, and it's one of those deals where Webber's battling. Do they have enough time to get back into it?
Well, that's going to be the thing. Just 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. You're down 15. Law of averages would say possibly not, but with the way they played Inspired in the past couple of minutes, never say never.
Top of the key pass throw to Moskoff for ZR. He leaves it for McPhail. McPhail goes down the lane, loses the basketball, recovers, extended left elbow towards the three-point line. Will dribble back to the top of the key. 3-2 zone here by Webber Township. ZR's going to pull it out. If I'm them, I pull it out too. I mean, you're up by 15, and they're going to play zone. Webber is with 2:25. Henderson sneaks out. Now they throw it left side. Schimpf has it. Now back out top of the key to McPhail. Down the lane to Schimpf in the left corner. Schimpf throws it, ball tip. Welch is racing it down, steals it in the backcourt. He's going to go to the rim, up and scores. Hustle play by Tyler Welch. He has 4, and it's down to 33-20. McPhail on the right wing with the basketball. We'll throw it out top of the key to Schimpf. Schimpf with it on the left wing, picks up his dribble, skips in the right corner, 3-ball away from Weddle, up and in. That stopped that momentum really quick. Weddle with his first 3 of the game, 36-20. All right, with the basketball in the front court is Dickey. I thought something exciting was going on.
That kind of is.
Wow, there you go. Legend. With the basketball, Welch goes baseline. Picks it up now to Colton Dye, left side. Colton Dye with it down the lane. Layup off the glass, no good. Rebound, McPhail. McPhail bring it up the front court. Bounce pass in the box to Jones. Spins, turns, shot over Dickey. Short block by Dickey. Rebound, Odell. Odell will bring it up. Across the timeline. 1:15 to go in the third. 36-20. Odell down the lane. Whirling derby. Gets it off to Dickey, and he's fouled from behind. That foul will be on Schimpf. A whirling derby. Odell down the lane. Spun out a pass to Dickey, and Dickey was fouled on the shot. 1:10 to go. Webber down 36-20. This plays into their hands. It's down 16. Clock stop. Opportunity to get back into this. Free throw's good. He'll get another. He would be Dickey. Substitution coming in, 36-21. Don't forget about the Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940, as well as stream live at WMIXsports.com from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. We have scores, we have guests, we have talk, we have our infamous WMIX Sports social media question of the week. Dickey misses a second as it rattled around, and a ZR player was battling for it. That was Brooks, and it was tipped out of bounds by Webber, and it will be ZR basketball going the other way with 1:09 to go in the third. Zeigler will bring it across. ZR across the timeline. Pettigo with it to the right side. Webber still in her zone. 1 minute to go in the third. Webber could hold maybe for the final shot. Pettigo dribbling between the half circles and near the top of the key, now just to the left of the center circle. Clock under a minute, 50 seconds to go specifically. And Pettigo's going to be content to dribble out the clock, as they are going to be happy to try to get something taken care of. Pettigo goes to the right. Back to the left he goes. Back to the right in the middle between the circle. Now to the right wing. Now he'll dribble back out to center court. Got a look, didn't take it as he was at a screen at the right elbow. Now he'll come out near left corner, which is near the half line, near the scores table. 20 seconds to go in the third. Pettigo on the dribble with 17. ZR's run a minute off with his 15-point lead. Dickey is guarding Pettigo. There comes a screen from Stubblefield. Now here comes Pettigo. He kicks it right corner. Here comes a three ball away from Weddle. It's good. ZR played it perfectly. 39-21. ZR leads Webber Township after three quarters. You're listening to Webber Township Trojans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
Newell Furniture in Woodlawn is everyone's favorite Santa with a wonderland of lazy boy recliners, reclining sofas, sectionals, glide rockers, cool gel bedding by Sealy, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Paula Deen, and more. All holiday sale price with an extra 10 to 15% off store-wide. And you'll find a sleigh full of great gifts and home decor, including 20% off all holiday trims at the general store. Shop Newell's for free delivery, free gift bagging, and savings galore.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Three quarters in the book at Wayne City. Webber Township down 39-21, but they have the basketball. Czerwinski with Chris Hugo alongside. As Colton Dye goes to the rim. Layup, no good. Missed another. Colton Dye gets his own board and puts it up and in. There you go. Stuck with it with the patience. Got the second chance points. That could be huge. 39-23. ZR up by 16 to have the basketball. Webber playing back in the zone here. And ZR will dribble across the timeline and stand. Lynn will come out on Pettigo as he gets a screen from Stubblefield to the right elbow. Now Holt gets a right wing to Weddle. Weddle back to Pettigo. Near the city logo, we'll tell you while they stand. You're not a number of credit score. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Your person or business with needs. And through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. And now what do we have? The Webber jumped out, and we had an offensive foul, or 5-second. Offensive foul. And that is going to be on Stubblefield. He was leaning out there to try to make a pick, and he was moving when he was setting the screen. Webber will trigger. Late for the floor pass is going to be corralled by Dickey in the front court. He's going to get to the rim. Jump stop and a foul. Ball foul was on the floor. It's going to be on ZR. We'll see who the foul is on. That is on 32. That is on Weiss, his third. And that is their 4-6 foul. Tie to trigger in front of the stage here. Hold. No movement. Colton Dye throws in his 5 seconds. Nope, timeout. Chad Harper has had the ball away. He's had 4 timeouts tonight, and 2 of them on inbounds plays.
That'll drive a coach absolutely insane. You can see by the facial reaction of Chad Harper has effectively done that, but going to have to figure out something on the inbound. I mean, as the season progresses, granted, the ZR has seen Webber has seen ZR as third for the third time now, but you're still going to have to figure something out. You're down 16 now, 7:16 to play. The fourth law of averages says probably a comeback probably not going to be likely, but even so, if you're going to get back into this one, have to figure something out here at the timeout. Figure out a way to inbound the basketball and try to get a field goal.
Figure out. I'm figuring out. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We appreciate it if you like it there. You don't have to be on Facebook to see what we post daily, content-wise. We're also on Twitter @WMIX Sports. We're tweeting currently now every so often as we rolled over 24,000 of those earlier. Inbounds pass cutter. Dickey missed the layup. Got his own rebound. Lost it out of bounds. And now it'll be ZR basketball. Webber's missed a ton of opportunities around the rim tonight in close.
They've really been kind of shooting themselves in the foot here tonight, and kind of atypical from what I had heard and from what I thought we would see tonight against a team like ZR. But you kind of get that impression that they're able to put four solid scorers together. They're going to be a formidable foe for many down the stretch. ZR with a basketball, 7:10 to go. Tornadoes off to a good start this season, looking to build on it. Pettigo top of the key, left wing pass to Moscow, baseline, double dribble. It'll go back to Webber Township. With locations in Ida, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon, Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of the showcase. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Substitutions Henderson and Ide in the game for Welch and Lynn. 7:01 to go in the game. Webber Township trails 39-23. They will inbound a long way away. They got a length of the floor to go. In other words, Odell tipped it in, was kicked by Nick McPhail. We're on the World Wide Web, WMIXsports.com, all kinds of things there. Scored schedules, archives, and highlights. Now Webber breaks the press. Henderson across timeline to Dickey, deep left wing. Now dribbles back to the middle of the floor. He has it stolen away by McPhail. Lay up the other way, all Tornadoes. As McPhail goes in and scores, he's got 4. And to no avail, Webber's up by 18, 41-23. Odell into the front court. Crosses back over to the middle of the floor. Now leaves it on the left wing to Ide. Back over right wing to Colton Dye. He'll come down to the block. Shot up. No good in the foul. That'll be on Stubblefield. His second, team 7th, and that'll mean Colton Dye will go to line and shoot 2. Exactly what Chad Harper wanted to see. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. First free throw from Colton Dye is good. He's got 7. 41-24. He'll get another. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Jones. Jones has had a good game for ZR, double figures, getting close to that in rebound. Pettigo will walk it up the floor as Webber plays zone. Webber's laying back. Henderson on the point of that zone now with Odell on the right side. Stubblefield down the lane, split defenders, tip, rebound, Dye to Odell. Webber has the basketball. Here they come up the right side. Odell with it will come into the front court. He'll come back across the middle of the floor, left wing to Ike. Ike goes baseline. Baseline dribble, loses it out of bounds. And stolen away by ZR. But as I said, they lost out of bounds. They were standing on the sideline. Webber will have to trigger the inbound. Here comes an inbounds from Ike in front of the Wayne City faithful to our right. Holds above his head, gets it off Odell's hand. Here comes a battle for it in backcourt. Odell went to the floor with McPhail. Stolen away by ZR. Stubblefield, the recipient of an easy layup in front of his own goal. He's got 15, and ZR goes back up by 19, 43-24. Henderson with it, deep backcourt. Has to bring it across the timeline, waiting for a Dickey screen. Well, Henderson down the lane. He comes, dishes off left block. Ice, shot fake up, no good. Henderson boards. Reverse shot, no good. Henderson one more time, won't go. Rebound, Dickey foul. Nice homage. Dickey puts it back up, but got fouled after Henderson missed the first free throw, and Moskow gets his first team 8, looks like. Dickey at the line, 7 points, 8 now as he drops that one in. And the score is 43-25. He'll get one more with 5:19 to go. Remember, Wayne City and Patoka to follow after this one. Second free throw up by Dickey is also good. He got both. He's got 9 in the game. 43-26. That's a Prince Eagle box opened up behind us.
Eagle box opened up on the stage behind us. We come across the timeline. Pettigo throws it inside to Jones. Now to a cutting Stubblefield. Boys, oh my goodness. Stubblefield missed a wide open layup, and Webber catches the break. Welch has the basketball, throws it up in the front court to Henderson. Henderson will bring it across. Between the circles, leaves it for Welch. Welch has his pocket pick, stolen away by McPhail up to the rim and in. I like McPhail. McPhail has 6. He's scrappy. CR will play another one of our teams we follow, the Waltonville Spartans. Down at the Sesser-Valier Holiday Tournament. Dye goes in the right corner, 3 ball away from Ike. Short, Henderson had it, lost it, threw it away. Stubblefield on the steal. He's sprinting the other way. That is Ide hustling back into play. Tipped it from behind and dove on the basketball, but slid, I should say, out of bounds. Here comes number 20, Jeremy Weddle in the game. Inbound Nick McPhail. Holds it out, throws it deep, top of the key, now to Pettigo. With 4.5 to go, ZR up 45-26. Weber has to come out and play and extend their zone. Left wing, Jones. He's not going to shoot from there. Throws it back out top of the key, tipped out of bounds by Henderson. He'll stay with Webber Township, or stay with ZR. Come start a banking relationship at Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking locations in Ida, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 of them in Mount Vernon. ZR has the basketball. They're looking all over here. Now Pettigo dribbles to the middle of the floor, back to his left, now down the lane. Loses the basketball in the steal. That is Ike on the recovery. Here comes Dickey. Weber needs to score, and quickly. Colton Dye will shoot a three-pointer that's blocked out of bounds. Side out of bounds coming. We'll get a scoreboard update in while they find that basketball. Oakville leads Woodlawn after 3 in girls, 55-22. At the end of 1, Murphy and Carbondale girls are tied at 4, and Carbide lost to Fairfield Knight in wrestling 53-27. Weber threw it away, and stolen away going the other way is Pettigo on the miss, but put back up and in by Moskoff, and ZR starting to put this one away handily with 3:45 to go in the game. You have to give them a lot of credit, Danny. They absolutely have not let up. Case in point was that blocked three-pointer from the right corner last trip down. With the top of the key goes to Welch. They throw it inside. Colton Dye gets to the rim, missed layup, tip. Rebound ZR's Pettigo. That previous scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. It is complex. We're talking about auto insurance. State Farm Agent Scott Owens makes it simple and friendly advice when you need it, helping you choose the right level of protection. Discounts you should. 242-3770 to get to a better state with Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. ZR misses a shot. Colton Dye with the rebound. The other way he comes. Right block quickly down the lane. Missed the layup. Rebound Jones. 3:08 to go. We got a timeout. We got a whole caravan of subs coming in. Good catch by the official. 47-26, a 21-point lead. Chad Harper has called off everything. ZR will sub as well, so we get a 3-minute and 8-second JV game. What would be? As we head the other way. We'll get the names here in a second of these Webber Township players. Austin Galler, of course, St. Austin back in the game after his injury. Noah Rarch. Is that what you have? I can't read my handwriting. Karch. That's why I can't read my handwriting. I've done twice that tonight. With it, ZR has it. Ball tipped out to the free throw line. Stolen away. Weiss lost it. Stolen away by Corey Hammer. He laid it down on him, and then Austin with the basketball. Austin will bring it across the timeline. He wants to dribble left. Now goes back to his right. Now goes back to his left. Free throw line extended. Down the lane. Makes room. Gets a shot. No good. Tipped around. Off of hands. Goes to Weddle of ZR. He's going the other way. Crosses right to left. Running right-hand shot. No good on the fadeaway. Rebound goes to Brooks. Brooks loses it. Kicks it out. And they go right wing to Shemp. They're going to reverse it across. There goes Frosky to the hole. Frosky missed a shot. Rebound Brooks up and in. Timmy Brooks with his first points to the game. 49-26. Stay tuned for the Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game on the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. Weber has the basketball. In the backcourt with it is Galler. Galler has to bring it into the front court. Picks it up between his legs. Holds above his head. Now looking for help. Can't get it to anybody. Now does. Now ball tipped in the backcourt. Stolen away by Shemp of ZR. Layup up and in. ZR has made this ugly. This score will be worse than what it really was by the time it's said and done with 1:45 to go. Weber will bring it across the timeline. Saturday Sports Show every Saturday, AM 940, WMIX, as well as WMIXSports.com from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll do it again on Saturday morning. Lineup still being assembled. Top of the key with it for Weber is Moser. They get inside lob pass, but it's stolen away by Brooks. Brooks will leave it off for Weddle. Weddle goes in the left corner to Shemp. Shemp for a three up, good, no good. Tipped around off the iron, goes to the shot by number 44. Ooh, they didn't call a foul there. Brooks shot once, rebounded, shot again, couldn't get it back. Weber got a rebound. 51-26 with 1:08 to go in the game. Oakville girls beat Woodlawn girls tonight 70-29. That was inside Jim, I believe. Across the timeline. Webber Township with the basketball. That's Moser with it on the right side. Comes back to the free throw line. Now down the lane. Holds it. Now kicks it left wing to Austin. Austin will get in the lane. You better believe it. Shot short. Rebound. Goes to Weber, and that's a foul. Rebounding it for the Trojans is Corey Hammer. He'll go to the line and hopefully will nail 2 free throws. And that'll bring in Weiss's 4th foul. And 2 foul shots here for Corey Hammer.
Has some nickname potential with a name like Hammer.
Yes, he does. And he nails the first. He'll get another, his first points of the game. 51-27, subs again for ZR. They go further down the bench. ZR will now go to 3-1 in the tournament. Webber will drop to 0-3. So ZR more than likely going to be playing for first or third at this point. Second free throw didn't go, and it's rebounded by Eisenhower for ZR. He'll leave it for Jeffrey Sadler. He'll bring it into the front court, 40 seconds to go. Kick out of bounds.
Patrick Blonsky out of bounds there.
That was. Kate saves to the right. Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else. Locally owned, decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County locations in Ina, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon. 30 seconds to go. ZR is going to dribble it out, maybe. They go left wing to Risley. Inside pass, bounced in the flank. Brooks layup up and in. Boy, Brooks with him. Yeah, fun. I mean, he had some Pro V1 type spin on it, and it's 53-27 as he got that shot in with 15 seconds left. Austin to the top of the key. Austin with it. Now goes left wing to Galler. Galler with it holds with 7 seconds. They throw it inside to Karch, and it's stolen away with 4, with 3, with 2. Eisenhower will shoot a 3. It's no good. Final score tonight in Game 1 that we do here, Game 2 of this evening's session. It's ZR 53, Webber Township 27. We'll take a break and come back with scoring and stats on the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. You're listening to Webber Township Trojans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist Bowers, but look at your next rad weather. A clear sky tonight, a low 26, and then for tomorrow, sunshine, followed by increasing clouds later in the afternoon, mild, a high of 52. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, becoming breezy. There'll be a couple of showers late, a low around 40. And then on Saturday, cloudy, breezy, quite mild, with just a bit of rain, high temperature of 57. The outlook for Sunday, times of clouds and sunshine, and mild, with a high temperature of 50. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Does it frustrate you when the person in front of you at the grocery store searches in their purse for what seems to be a half an hour trying to find the exact change? Tell them about People's National Bank Visa check cards and make everyone's shopping experience a little quicker. Just swipe your card, sign your receipt, and you don't have to worry about exact change. Need cash back? Just enter your PIN and select the cashback button and you have an instant ATM. People's National Bank, member FDIC, non-usage fees may apply.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool, along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
2013 will be here before you know it, which means we need to finish big in 2012. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. The Big Finish sales event is going on right now, and we're ready to deal. From the 2012 closeouts to the new arrivals of the 2013 lineups, we have the vehicle you need to get the job done, such as a 2012 Ram Crew Cab. We have what you need to take the family on vacation also, like the 2012 Chrysler Town & Country Touring. We even have what you need to have fun on the road with a 2013 Charger SRT 8 Super B. Or fun off-road with a must-see 2013 Jeep Wrangler Sport or a brand-new Jeep Grand Cherokee. Let's send 2012 out with a bang and save big money with the Big Finish sales event at King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or browse online at kingcitychrysler.com.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the collision pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Sesser Auto Body postgame show starts now.
Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies. This means Sesser Auto Body can get your vehicle back on the road faster. Next time you have a collision, see the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. Danny Czerwinski, Chris Hugo alongside. Patoka and Wayne City coming up next. They're on the floor warming up. Chris Hugo figuring out those stats as ZR falls tonight, or I should say defeats Webber, 53-27. ZR improves to 3-1 in the tournament, while Webber Township will drop to 0-3. Wayne City and Patoka, as I said, coming up next here on the showcase. A doubleheader tonight of sorts here from Wayne City. As Chris Hugo and I have driven over, and we are looking forward to another game here, and I'm looking forward to the Wayne City Indians, getting our first look at Russ Gerlach's Wayne City Indians this year. Here tonight at this Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. We'd like to thank everybody here at Wayne City who's been so hospitable, and with that, I'll turn it over to Chris Hugo for the stats of this game.
First, for the shooting stats for the Trojans tonight, they were 8 of 34 from the inside for 23.5%. 0 of 4 from three-point land for, well, obviously 0%. They were 8 of 38 from the floor tonight for just 21%. 11 of 24 after going 8 of 13 from the free throw line. 11-24 for the game there, as those were second half stats I just presented. 46% from the stripe tonight for the Trojans. Shooting stats for ZR, unofficially, of course, they were 11 of 26 from the inside in the second half. 18 of 43 for the game for 41.8%. 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half made them 3 of 13 for the game for 23%. From the floor tonight, the Tornadoes were 21 of 56 for 37.5%. Made a big difference. The stripe tonight, they were 8 of 12 from 75%. Individual scores, the Trojans were led by Dakota Dickey's team-high 9, 7 from Colton Dye, 4 from Tyler Welch, 2 apiece from Greg Odell, Ty Henderson, and Levi Height, and 1 from Corey Hammer gives them 27. Taking a look now at the ZR Tornadoes, they were led by Brandon Stubblefield's game-high 15. They had 12 from Brandon Jones, 8 from Nick McPhail, 5 from Boris Moskov. I forgot about the 6 from Jeremy Weddle, a couple of trades in the third quarter. My apologies. Also had 4 points from Timmy Brooks and a 3-ball from Jeffrey Pettigo to give us our final score of the ZR Tornadoes, winning this one by a hefty margin of 53-27. There we go. Sometimes things happen in automobile. They're beyond your control. When they do, take your vehicle to Sesser Auto Body and get you on the road quicker in showroom conditions. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. We'll step out for a break, come back with the Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. They promise you white wait hours and other emergency rooms. They pledge you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. We'll take a break and come back here on the showcase on WMIX.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the showcase on WMIX.
Well, the final score tonight, ZR beats Webber Township 53-27. There's debate on whether the anthem has happened tonight or not. I know it did. Talked to Myron Caudle. That's how I found out.
I got you. He knows everything.
Yes, that's right. Sesser Auto Body post-game show. They remind you to drive safe on the way home to tonight's game. Next time you have an accident, see the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body. 602 South Park in Sesser. Our player of the game, Chris, we decided, and off the air was, or is,
Dakota Dickey with 9 points tonight, and although in a losing effort, played pretty well, tried to make things happen down low, and ended up at the line more often than not, but helped pace the Webber offense. With that, Dakota Dickey is your Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. Wide wait hours and other emergency rooms. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Final score tonight, Webber Township loses to ZR 53-27. We're taking a break. Back on the other side, it's Wayne City and Patoka. You're listening on WMIX.
Thank you for listening to the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Sesser Auto Body. Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Red Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And by Coach House Garages. Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And People's National Bank. For inside information before, during, and after the game, log on to WMIXSports.com or find us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We are your home for news, talk, sports, and today's hot country. WMIX.